Hi guys, and welcome to another unboxing and first impressions. Today we're unboxing a debut model from the Canadian micro brand called York&Front. This is their first model called the Burrard. And I'll be opening the box using, you guessed it, Gabor's Swiss Army knife. So thank you for sending this. It's time to put this thing to good use. Now, no more those. You said that this is gonna be the best to open it, so no more me using those kitchen knives and everything. So let's try it. And yes, it goes like through butter. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, let's put this away. Open the box. Move this away. Okay, so this is a review sample that I'm gonna be sending back to them or to the next reviewer. We're gonna see. And apparently they sent me two models because this Burrard is gonna come in two color options. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Here's the box, cardboard box, simple, small. Inside we have like this paper and a leather pouch that can be probably used for carrying watches. Let's undo the buckle. Let's roll it out. And here we are. So we have a note. And we have the two watches right here. Okay, so let's move this away and get to the watches themselves. Here we are. We have the white dial and the black dial. And these watches on the renderings looked pretty awesome. And I have to say, in person, they still do. Okay, let's try the black one first. Let's see how it looks. The dial is very simple and very, very legible. As you can see, you have these applied numerals. You have really easy to read and long hands, the syringe type. And you have the contrasting chaptering, something I always love because it reminds me of the watches of the 70s. The case is pretty simple, but it looks beautifully made. Look at the combination of brushed and polished finish. And the bezel is polished and pretty thin with a boxed sapphire crystal on top. Very cool looking. Now when it comes to the size, this is pretty much perfect for an everyday watch, at least for my taste, because this is a 38mm watch with a 44mm lug to lug. And the thickness is 12 point something, but as you can see, part of that thickness is this boxed and slightly domed sapphire, so you'll probably wear like a 10mm watch, or maybe 11 at max. Wow, this really looks cool. I can't wait to see this under macro because I believe these are like brushed numerals. At least that's the impression I get from here. Okay, let's move this one away and bring in the white dialed one. So you have options of one or the other. The white one looks a bit more classical, even sportier, I could say. It also comes with these applied numerals. The legibility is excellent on both, although I have to admit I like the black one more simply because of the contrasting chaptering. It's more my thing, but this one looks beautiful as well. The cases are pretty much the same as you would expect. Very cool looking. It comes with a solid case back, and powering this thing is an STP-111, so a Swiss-made automatic movement that beats away 28,800 bph. Comes with both hacking and hand winding, and the watch does come with a screwing crown. Pretty cool. So this is like an everyday sports watch, something like a Rolex Explorer. The only thing missing is a bracelet. It comes on this leather strap, and it seems like a very, very pliable and soft leather. Also signed with their logo. Pretty cool. So for a first model, I always welcome someone who makes something original. But in this case, they not only went with an original design, but also one that looks already timeless. Maybe if the hands were a bit longer, but if you look at the tip of the syringe, it almost reaches the chaptering, so it's actually okay. And I love this little red tip of the second hand. Very cool looking. Pretty cool, and a signed crown. It even comes with drilled lugs for easy strap exchange, so they kind of thought of everything. And this watch seems like it could be a strap monster because of its simplicity, but also look at the case, very well made. Now I can't wait to do the full review with macro shots because I want to see how the transitions are. I mean, this is a review sample. As you can see, we have some scratches, but I want to see the level of finishing on both the case and the dial and these amazing numerals. Because they're not polished, as you can see, they almost never disappear. When you polish the markers, when you hit them at a certain light, they simply become black and blend in with the dial. While with this one, with a brushed finish, or at least somewhat satin finish or whatever, as you can see, they always catch the light no matter what the angle is. Very cool. Okay, so I want to do a loom shot of both of these. I'm gonna put them on my wrist, and that's gonna be it when it comes to this unboxing and first impressions. So let's just charge them for a while, because they have been in a box for weeks. There we go. Let's zoom in, let the camera focus, and then turn off the light. There we go. And as you can see, we have the loom on the hands, which is pretty strong, I have to admit. And then you have these loomed pips for the numerals, which are kind of hard to read. In real life, you can actually see them, but being that small, I don't know how long they will last under like incomplete darkness. I mean, your eyes do get accustomed, but they're very, very small. And I have my doubts that this watch is gonna be easy to read all night long. But I believe that's a price you're willing to pay when you have these beautiful numerals. Honestly, I prefer this to like fully loomed ones because they seem to look very, very amazing and original. Pretty cool. Now I forgot to mention the price of these. These are going to be priced at $499, which is pretty okay price considering the specs that you get and this timeless design. Okay, let me just strap one on the wrist to see how it wears, but considering the lug to lug and the dimensions, I believe it's gonna look perfect on my 6.7-inch wrist. Okay, so here it is. Let me just zoom out a bit. And yup, look at it. It looks bigger than the dimensions would suggest. It looks almost like something of 40mm because of the all dial design. But the lugs are pretty short and they even point downwards. So this really wears well. And it wears thinner than the dimensions would suggest, just as I thought. Very cool watch and a very original watch. This is something I love. I love when a micro brand starts their own design, and some micro brands like Nove will do like wild designs, but these are going for a bit more tamed down design, but still pretty interesting. Very well finished buckle and very well finished watches. Wow. Very simple yet very interesting at the same time. Something that's very hard to pull, but they seem to have managed it. Anyways, that's it when it comes to this unboxing and first impressions. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe and stay tuned for the full review. That's it, and I'll see you in the next one.